Let's talk about something that doesn't get enough attention. Why women are still excluded from combat units in the UK Army. So, here's the deal. Women have actually been a part of the British Army since the 1990s. That's over 30 years, which you'd think would be enough time for things to even out, right? But even today, women are still mostly kept out of frontline combat roles, like infantry and the Royal Armoured Corps. Now you might be wondering, why is that? Well, the reasons are complicated. Some people point to tradition. The British military is steeped in history and old customs, and sometimes that makes it slow to change. There's also talk about physical standards. Combat units have really tough requirements. Think carrying heavy gear for miles or enduring long periods of stress. Critics argue that on average, women don't meet those requirements as often as men. But here's the thing, standards can evolve, and not every man or woman fits a single mold. Other countries like the US and Israel have started opening up more combat roles to women, and they've found ways to keep standards high while still giving everyone a fair shot. Of course, there's more to it than just fitness. Some military leaders worry about unit cohesion, basically whether mixing genders in close combat situations would affect how well soldiers work together. But honestly, a lot of studies haven't shown huge differences, especially when units are well trained and supported. Then there are the cultural shifts. The army isn't just about fighting, it's about representing the society it serves. By keeping women out of combat units, the message being sent is that they're not as capable or as valuable in those high-stakes roles. And that's just not true. History is full of women who have shown courage and skill in battle, even if their stories aren't always told. So what's changing? In recent years, there's been real progress. The British Army has started lifting some restrictions and more women are signing up for challenging roles. But barriers, sometimes unspoken, still exist. Whether it's skepticism from commanders or a lack of clear pathways for promotion, the journey isn't over yet. Here's the bottom line. If the army is about defending the nation's values, shouldn't fairness and opportunity be part of that? It's not just about tradition or physical strength. It's about giving everyone a chance to serve, no matter who they are. So, next time you think about the British Army, remember, the battle for equality is still being fought, sometimes on the front lines and sometimes behind the scenes.